Hi everyone, and welcome to another week of Voltage. Remember, we've been working on the fruit of the Spirit. Our verse that we're learning is Galatians 5:22-23. God's Spirit makes us loving, happy, peaceful, patient, kind, good, faithful, gentle, and self-controlled. There is no law against behaving in any of these ways. God's Spirit produces good fruit in our lives. He gives us the fruit of the Spirit to help us live our life with Jesus. Last week we looked at love, joy, and peace. Love is putting others first. Real love for others comes from God's Spirit within. Joy is more than just happiness. We can be happy one day and sad the next, and that's okay. Peace is knowing God will take care of you even in times of trouble. We don't need to worry, we can just have peace. This week we are looking at patience, kindness, and goodness. Patience isn't just having to wait a long time, it's about how we wait. Are we waiting with worry, or are we waiting with a happy heart? Kindness is showing God's love to others, not just to our friends, but to everyone. Goodness is doing what is right. Someone who has goodness inside will do the right thing even when no one is watching. They don't do it to stay out of trouble. They do it because it's right.
Galatians 5:22-23. Spirit makes us loving, happy, peaceful, patient, kind, and good, faithful, gentle, and self-controlled. God's Spirit makes us loving, happy, peaceful, patient, kind, and good, faithful, gentle, and self-controlled. There is no law against behaving in any of these ways. There's no law against behaving in any of these ways. Galatians 5:22-23. God's Spirit makes us loving, happy, peaceful, patient, kind, and good. So good. Faithful, gentle, and self-controlled. God's Spirit makes us loving, happy, peaceful, patient, kind, and good, faithful, gentle, and self-controlled. There is no law against behaving in any of these ways. There is no law against behaving in any of these ways. Galatians 5:22-23.
Previously on Life with Jesus.
So,
What are you up to, Dan? Is this for a new scene?
They're documenting my life as I march towards the inevitable victory at the Funniest Dan Award.
And remember, we only have one chance to get the confetti right, okay?
Dan, you've been spending a lot of time on this documentary. Have you learnt your lines for the next script?
I don't learn lines, I become them.
Be careful, Dan. Pride comes before a fall.
Nobody press the big orange button.
Surely not this button.
I called the award show about their camera crew, and they knew nothing about it.
Because for the Funniest Dan Awards, I'm definitely not nominated. Hello, Funny Man Dan speaking. It's the awards people. I've been nominated.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that's really good. Really good.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's something special about this place, full of crazy characters and imagination run wild. A place where the good news of Jesus spreads out all over the world. Join us as we plan it, film it, and wrap it up.
name, age, and greatest fear.
Well, I'm Funny Man Dan, I'm 32 and a half, and spiders. What makes me funny? Well, apart from my name, I would have to say this and this, my funny bones. The first 3 letters of funny are F-U-N, and that's what we do at Big HQ. We have fun. But now it's serious. Being nominated means I'm in the big leagues, and I'm up against some seriously funny Dans. This is a big deal. Like a really big deal. Maybe the biggest deal I've ever been dealt. But I can take the heat. Right?
I can't answer that.
No. I'll manage the pressure. I'll handle it like a pro.
Cut.
Dan, who are these guys?
Documentary crew.
Oh, not again? We've already...
No. My mum didn't pay for these.
Really?
Yeah, they're interviewing all the nominees for the Funniest Dan Awards.
Oh.
Actually, I think they want to interview everybody.
Is this definitely my best light? These aren't designer bags under my eyes, you know.
Dave, do you feel like Dan's changed in any way?
He's changed a little bit. He's far more emotional, but still trying to stay humble. He would have won easily last year, but this year he's up against Dr. Man Dan and Dancing Dan from So You Think You Can Dance. Whew.
Sure, Dan's funny. But the question I have is, why aren't I nominated?
Hands down, he's the funniest Dan I know. Hang on a second. There was a Dan at school and he was really funny. And he used to tell the coolest stories. Oh, actually, his name was Jeff.
Oh, your name has to be Dan? Is it too late to change my name?
It's a lot to take in for one, Dan. Everyone's expecting me to win. Kind of worried that if I don't, I have to change my name to Regular Man Dan. I can't even spell regular.
I had a crazy dream last night. At the pool, there was a shark in the pool. I went like, seriously? And then I punched him, and then he came out of the pool and swam away. Wow, did he have a magic carpet ride? No, he had wings. It was a shark chicken. Shark chicken? That was a crazy dream.
Okay, Daniel. Now this is what I need from you. Okay, I want you to be surprised like you didn't expect to win. Oh, wonderful. More surprise. Like this is greatest day on world for you. Oh, I like it. Now you have lost. Yes, very sad, but no. Recount. And you've still lost. I am sorry to say. Give me more sadness. Yes, I like. This is good. Okay, one more recount and it turns out you came last. Everybody is disappointed in you. What do you do? I like this. This is like cover. I can see this going on every magazine in the world, and he's gone. We need camera to chase Funny Man Danny. He's gone. I cannot work like this. I will now live and be in trailer.
You can do this. God is with you.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Didn't really need the encouragement. You okay? It looks like you're doubting yourself.
It's just this whole thing's starting to get to me. The photographer really freaked me out.
Oh, you know what? I say you take this whole award thing and give it to Jesus.
I can't. His name's not Dan.
No. No, I mean, you need love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. You know, the fruits of the Spirit in your life.
I could do with some peace.
Uh-huh.
And some joy too.
Mm-hmm. And you need some self-control to take all these unsettling thoughts, give them to Jesus. You know what? You need to be connected to him.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Dave.
No worries. Hey, one more thing.
Yes?
Could you move? I need to wash my hands.
Ooh.
It wasn't me. Definitely.
Gentlemen, what can I get for you today?
Let me see. A couple of orange juices, Bucko, my man.
Did I ever tell you two that my first job was at an orange juice factory?
I've never heard this. What happened?
Well, I got canned because I couldn't concentrate.
Sounds like you got squeezed out.
Oh, yes, they worked me to a pulp.
Orange, you glad you don't have to serve them anymore?
I'm just glad they seem to have run out of juice.
Oh, I don't know where Dan is. He didn't come into work today.
If he wins the award and he's not there, I could receive it for him.
Look, I'm glad he's not here. The dressing room smells better, and I think it's going to help him clear his head.
Being outside gives me a sense of perspective. As I look to the sky, I realise just how small I am in God's big, wide world. I can't add another day to my life by worrying. I'm grateful to be nominated, whatever the outcome.
Continue.
I've done my best to give it to God, and He's in control, whether I win or not.
And how does that make you feel?
I feel peaceful. I'm excited for what God has in store for me. And you know what? I'm really into fruit these days. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. And apples!
This was a great session. We made real progress today.
And you know what I've realised? There's nothing better than being connected to the true vine. Jesus.
I'd like to thank my mum, Dan's mum. And if Dan were here, I'm sure he'd want to dedicate this award to me. Thank you.
Have you ever heard of the game Fruit Ninja? It's a fun game that people can play on their iPhones or their iPads. You've got to slice through some fruit. Sometimes there's a bomb. You don't want to hit the bomb because then it's game over. But when you hit the fruit, the points go really, really high. When you first play the game, you may only just slice a few fruits, but after some practice, you get better. Did you know the world record is 37,144 sliced fruits? How awesome is that? That must have taken so much practice. Do you know that God gives us the fruit of the Spirit to help us live our life with Jesus? When we first start to follow Jesus, we might struggle with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. We need to practice the fruit of God's Spirit living within us. Just like we have to practice that game, each new day is another chance to make a choice. Are we going to live out our own selfish nature or from God's Spirit living within us? Alrighty, so what I've done is I've set up some water balloons representing our fruits of the Spirit. Each one is filled with cold water. Madison and Liam are going to slice through as many as they can to see who wins. Let's see what happens. Okay guys, go! Who won? Who got the most? Yay! Champion of the day.
It was approaching the time when Jesus would leave this world and return to his Father in heaven. He spent time with the 12 disciples and shared some important lessons with them. They gathered around and listened as he spoke. I am the true vine and my Father is the gardener.
He cuts away every branch of mine that doesn't produce fruit, but he trims clean every branch that does, so that it will produce even more fruit. This was another parable from Jesus, a simple story that created a picture in the minds of his listeners. They understood how a vine grew from stem to branch to grapes. He went on and said to them, "Stay joined to me, and I will stay joined to you. In the same way that a branch can't bear fruit by itself, but only by being joined to the vine, you can't bear fruit unless you are joined with me." He continued, "Anyone who separates from me can't grow. You will be like dry branches that are gathered up and burned in a fire." Jesus knew that he had to leave soon, and he had to prepare them for a life without him every day by their side. He knew that they would face many challenges, and this parable was their reminder of who they were connected to. Jesus said, "I have loved you just as my Father has loved me, so remain faithful to my love for you. If you obey my commands, you will remain in my love. No one has greater love than the one who gives their life for their friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. You did not choose me. Instead, I chose you. I appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit that will last. I also appointed you so that the Father will give you what you ask for. Here is my command: love one another." You and I have the same challenge today, to follow Jesus without seeing him. But we're not alone. He is with us. When Jesus went to be with his Father, he sent us a helper. That friend is the Spirit of truth. The world can't accept him. That's because the world does not see him or know him, but you know him. He lives with you and he will be with you. The fruit of the Spirit helps us live our life with Jesus. Stay connected to Christ and bear fruit.
Did you know that an apple tree can produce up to 400 apples a year? Apples are picked by hand in orchards, and the largest apple picked weighed 1 kilogram, which is almost 3 pounds. That's the size of a honeydew melon. For apple trees to keep bearing lots of fruit, they need to be pruned in winter. The gardener will cut off any broken or diseased branches, weak stems or branches that are not bearing any fruit. You would think that cutting into a tree would make it weaker, but no, it becomes stronger. The branches need to bear fruit for the tree to do what it's meant to do: grow apples. Point 1, the vine and the branches. Jesus spoke about fruit. He said in John 15 verses 1 to 4, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me." You and I are branches connected to Jesus. Our job is to stay connected and bear fruit. We're not growing apples, we're growing God's kingdom. Our fruit is to grow to be more like Jesus and help others to follow him. When we stay connected to Christ, the Holy Spirit within us bears good fruit. Galatians 5:22-23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Point 2. Remain in him. My husband loves to give me beautiful flowers, and I love to receive them. My favourite are Australian native flowers, but it's only a matter of time before they will wilt and fade away. I put them in a vase, and I follow the instructions to cut the stems and put fresh water in every few days. But their days are numbered. They've been cut off from the plant that they get their nourishment from. Jesus said that you and I are like branches. For us to bear fruit, we need to stay connected. John 15 verse 5-8 says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourself to be my disciples. You and I are disciples of Jesus. So what Jesus is saying is just as important for us. Don't be a dried up branch or a withering flower. Stay connected to Christ. Bear fruit. To stay connected to Jesus, I read my Bible, pray, and worship. I spend time with other branches, others who follow Jesus, to learn and to grow. Stay connected to Christ and bear fruit. Point 3. Patience, kindness, goodness. Let's take a closer look at some of the fruit of the Spirit. Patience isn't just having to wait for a long time. Patience is about our attitude while we are waiting. Patience is waiting without worrying, waiting with a happy heart. Things don't always happen when we want them to. The Holy Spirit helps us to be patient with other people. Ephesians 4:2. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Psalm 37 verse 7. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. So not only are you to be patient with one another, but also with God. His timing is perfect. Kindness is showing God's love to others, not just to the people who we are friends with, but kind and showing God's love to all people. Here's what I think is the kindest verse in the Bible. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4 to 8. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. That's the kindness that the Holy Spirit in us produces. Goodness is doing what is right. A person with goodness will obey God and do the right thing, even when no one is watching. Goodness doesn't mean a person does the right thing just because they have to stay out of trouble. Goodness means a person does the right thing because they want to. James 4:17. Suppose someone knows the good deeds they should do, but suppose they don't do them? By not doing these good deeds, they sin. How do we know what is good? Micah 6:8. The Lord has shown you what is good. He has told you what He requires of you. You must act with justice. You must love to show mercy, and you must be humble as you live in the sight of God. The fruit of the Spirit helps us live our life with Jesus. Stay connected to Christ and bear fruit.
It's time to see just how well you've been paying attention. Are you ready for
Max's big quiz?
Okay, Max, there are 9 cards on screen. We need to find 3 cards that match today's story. Which number card shall we choose first?
Number 4 from today's story?
That's Manny.
What is he doing?
Building an electronic alarm. Just like in today's big message.
We found one. What about number 2?
What are the batteries for?
For Manny.
Manny is powered by batteries?
He's not a robot, Funny Man Dan.
Oh, his alarm didn't work because it wasn't connected to the power. We found another one.
Is number 9 from today's story?
Manny's alarm made the sound of a lion. Roar!
That's a lioness.
That's what I meant.
Wrong.
It's the double trouble round. Fruit. We didn't see any fruit today. So I'm going to say the moon.
Nope, it's the fruit of the Spirit.
Oh, so close. You know what that means? We found all three. Woo! Yay! High five!
We did it!
Low five.
Yay!
High five! Ha ha!
Max's big quiz.
The fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. Fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. If you wanna be a coconut, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. The fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. You wanna be a banana? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. You wanna be a watermelon? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. You wanna be a lemon? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. The fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. If you wanna be a cherry, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Okay, everybody knows that grapes come in bunches, so everybody get in big bunches. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. You wanna be a grape? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. The fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control.
Okay guys, so this week we've added another 3 to our signs that we've been making. For those of my friends that have been doing this, let's have a look what these 3 this week are. So we started at the top with our sign. It says the fruit of the Spirit. We're at Galatians 5:22-23. Last week we did love, joy, and peace. And this week we've added patience, kindness, and goodness. I've added a little vine work to the side of mine, and we'll add the next 3 for next week. I would love to see what each and every one of you have been doing. Please post them so we can have a look. So what I've done, guys, is I've rounded up a few of my friends. I've given them each a piece of fruit, and what they're going to do is they're going to race to see who can eat it the fastest. We've got some apples, we've got some bananas. What they're doing is they're actually taking in all of the fruit of the Spirit that God has given to us, and they're seeing who can get it in their system the fastest. Let's see who wins. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, these guys here have got a fruit in their hand. We know that in the fruit of the Spirit, there are 9. So each one of these fruits represents all 9. These guys are going to race to eat them as fast as they can to get all of that stuff inside their body as a gift from God. Are we ready, guys? Yeah! Let's go now. Who's going first? We got bananas and we got apples, and they're struggling. Show me what you've got left, Maddie. Don't be hiding it. We got big mouthfuls that we can't chew. We got too much laughter. Liam, you're going really well. I think you're going to win, buddy. And you've got a whole apple. Good job. Just remember to chew, guys. Don't be choking on me. Oh, Liam, look at you go. You're powerhousing through all of God's Spirit there. Look at it. Oh, and we have a winner. The last of the banana is gone from Maddie. Well done. Are we right, guys? Are we still got food in our mouths? Oh, look, Siri, you coming in second? No, coming in third. Liam, you're going so well.
What's in your mouth, dude?
Yay, we've got a second place.
Yeah, the bananas.
Excellent work, guys. That's well done. Thank you. Alrighty, guys, that's it for this week. We've learned this week about patience and goodness and kindness. So we're going to pray for that right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dear Jesus, thank you for the fruit of the Spirit. Thank you that you're able to fill us with patience and goodness and kindness. I ask that this week especially, as we've been told to stay in for a little bit longer, if you could please give us some patience in that and understanding. I ask for goodness so that we're able to make the choices of goodness instead of the wrong choices where our parents get a bit angry at us. I ask for kindness not just to ourselves and kindness to our friends, but to everybody else. At the moment, things are pretty tough, so could you please just walk with us and keep us close to you, knitted in your vine. In your holy and precious name, I say amen. Alrighty, guys, that's it for this week. So we'll see you next week. Bye.